Welcome to the Aging Answers podcast. I'm Rob Faubion with Age of Central Texas. We are a regional nonprofit organization that tackles the challenges of aging with expert solutions. Joining us again is our expert, Casey Lawrence. And Casey, let's talk about a scenario here. Let's say that I took my mother who has dementia to the doctor, and the doctor tells me that mom is now in the middle stage of her dementia. Last time that we went 6 months ago, we were in the late stages. Now we're in middle stage. What does that mean, and why should I care?
That's a great question, Rob. A lot of times people go through this. They go to the doctor maybe does a cognitive test like the MMSE, mini mental state examination, and the person with dementia gets a different score than before, and the doctor may say this is indication of the disease progressing.
Right.
Sometimes doctors do that and sometimes they don't. And so as a caregiver, it can also be helpful to estimate a stage yourself, which you can certainly do. But staging systems basically are an overall estimate of what abilities a person with dementia has, as well as what losses they've gone through. And so it's basically just categories of symptoms grouped together to show the progression of the disease, but everybody's disease progresses differently. So it can be informative, but it's really a rough guideline.
Okay, so basically it's telling me that mom is going to be doing this. I should expect this to be happening now at this point. And so that kind of gives me an idea of where we are in our journey together and maybe what I can expect to come next.
Yes, absolutely. And I think one thing that's really helpful is that a lot of those symptoms can be very frustrating, both for the person living with dementia as well as their caregiver. And so knowing what to expect in each stage really normalizes it for both individuals, that they know, okay, this is something that a lot of people go through at this stage in the disease. It's not something that I'm going through alone. It's something that normally happens.
Okay.
Something that I think is especially challenging for people living with dementia is that there's no external sign of the disease. Right? So if somebody has a broken leg, you see the cast and you know, okay, I wouldn't expect this person to go run a race. But when someone's living with dementia, there's no way to know that. So really what can happen is that they can feel like everyone is expecting them to be able to run a race with a broken leg in their daily life, because they just aren't able to do the things that they used to do before. Right,
but there's no outward sign that they're having the issues. So what do I do with this information? Doctor says I'm at mom's middle stage dementia. What, as the caregiver, what would I do with that information?
Yeah, so what you would do is it helps you as a caregiver to think more broadly about the abilities and strengths that remain, as well as the losses that are going on with a person with dementia. And as a caregiver, that can help you come up with strategies that may work across tasks. So let me give you a really simplistic example. So let's say that the person with dementia is taking a shower, and instead of reaching for the shampoo, maybe they reach for the body wash or the shower cleaner, and they use that as shampoo, right? If they're doing that, then when they're brushing their teeth, they may reach for a tube that looks similar to toothpaste, but isn't the toothpaste, right? So as a caregiver, you would know in those types of situations, you would want to only have shampoo and conditioner in the shower, or only have toothpaste out on the counter in the bathroom, to really help a person with dementia remain independent and be successful in those tasks.
Right, so it helps me to know how to maybe rearrange the house to be better suited where we're not going to have an accident, so that not only is it going to be my peace of mind, but also I'm going to be able to better protect my loved one. Is there anywhere that has a list of what the different stages are, what to expect in those stages? Is there a guide that I can go find that'll let me know what's going on?
Yes, on the Alzheimer's Association website, as well as the Mayo Clinic website, they have a list of what to expect in each stage. I think something that can be a little bit of a challenge with the staging is that a lot of the stages out there relate to Alzheimer's disease, because it is the most common type of dementia. So if you or someone that you know has been diagnosed with a different type of dementia, you may need to find different information, because because the symptoms progress in a different order or the symptoms are different altogether.
So if my loved one has Lewy body and the doctor says you're in middle stage, I go look up all these stages. You're saying they're mostly written for Alzheimer's specific, so they may not match up.
Yes.
What do I do in that case? I mean, is there a piece of software I can type in and says, okay, I asked mom to eat an apple and she picked up a banana. Where am I? What's going on?
That would be great if that exists. Unfortunately, I haven't found that yet. I think someone should really invent that.
That's right.
Yes.
Subtle hint.
But if they aren't from the information they want online, I would really recommend a class called Savvy Caregiver that you may find in your area, or call or go visit your local area nonprofit that serves older adults or helps people with dementia to try and get some more answers as well.
Okay, so our takeaway is that we should be talking to our doctor about the concerns, about the issues, and if you can't find the information yourself, then there's always organizations in your community that can help you out. I'll give a plug for the Area Agency on Aging. They are found in every major metropolitan area in the U.S., and they can help you connect the dots to find those organizations that can help you with the specific type of caregiving that you're going through. All right. Thank you, Casey. Thank you for joining us for this podcast for our Aging Answers. If you have a question that you would like one of our experts to answer, send us an email. Our information is listed below, along with our website, where we have a lot more caregiver resources listed there. And of course, we have many other caregiving and Aging Answers podcasts that you can go watch as well. Thank you for joining us.